episode 40. Episode 40 of... Where am I today? Lightharbor. Lightharbor up here. This is for nobledwarf.com. We've been offline, kind of, sort of, not really, for the last few days because of... I can't put a glove on. A new couple come. And so we were streaming on Friday, a long stream on Friday. 3 streams, just different. Running a Cthulhu game, painting the Gary Khan dragon, and then just general painting. And then Saturday we were with Cave Geek and we were doing some Whose Map Is It Anyway? That was a lot of fun. And then Saturday we were with Luke and Steven and we were talking about the Gaxmore map. So I was streaming actually every single day. It's just we weren't working on this little puppy. Well, we're back. We're back and we are going to be colouring. Now, I haven't actually finished this island right here yet. I love the green in the water. And I was going to come back to the island, but we're on the tree layer right now, and so we might as well get these trees done, right? Let's warm it this way. Oh, by the way, I've started the stream early. I've started the stream maybe close to an hour early, because I was sitting here, I was doing nothing, and Jack said, well, you could start early. I was like, you know what? Well, there's no reason why I shouldn't. So I am. I've actually been very punctual recently. Like starting bang on the time, ending bang on the time. Box office, oh, wow. It actually, so this must be my anniversary month. I guess I started streaming in May of last year. Look at that. We'll have to do something special this month. Have to do some giveaways or something. Alright. So I just because we are literally colouring on the tree layer, I just wanted to get them done. We do have some buildings on here. I'm gonna do the buildings. Screw it. Because we're literally right here. I'm gonna make them fairly light in colour. We have not done the edges, by the way, of the we haven't even done the groundwork here properly. We've got to do the ground, we've got to do the shadows, we've got to get the edges of these elevations. Later. I'm actually really kind of tempted to do a beam of yellow light coming off this guy. And maybe even do something similar with the big lighthouse over there. Hey GL! I started a little early, my friend. How have you been? What have you been up to? Normally at this time I would be working on a map and kind of like be doing it off camera. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get into the stream. I'm just gonna start chilling with my peeps. I'm in a chill mood. I want to get some things done, but I'm also at the same time just wanting to goof off a little bit. Just hang. I've missed a building right there. Well, we'll get back to that later. GL, prepping your garage, putting your insulation and drywall on the ceiling. Oh, I want to actually convert my garage. It's like I could see it in my head. I just don't have the skills that you've got. Like, the garage is already semi-finished in that way that you're talking about. But I actually want to convert it into a little workshop area. I don't want to, like, you know, get dry rock on the walls and get some more electric in there. But I have the capabilities of a potato, sir. And so, alas, many of my ideas lay on the shelf of my brain, unable to take fruit. I saw your email come in. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. I am behind on my emails right now because I've been basically... I did not do all of the woods right there. Huh. I have, because of the Kobold Con, I kind of got like a few days behind, you know? And I think maybe I poked my nose in there yesterday and I've not been in there since. But I will, I promise you so, I will catch up. Today I was in kind of just like a funky ass mood. Couldn't be asked doing much of anything. Had to do the day job, and past that I kind of didn't do much. I saw the subject line, you decided on your scale. Alright, well I can't avoid it, let's do this. So last night, I did not stream, but I did work on the map. And I actually got all of these buildings on the outside of the city walls done. I actually worked on a map for maybe 3 or 4 hours yesterday. So if you're kind of looking at this thinking, I don't remember that's why. It was a good show, wasn't it? It was a good show. Yeah, he did great. It was entertaining. I'm glad that they invited him. Ooh, let's do you. No. This. This is where we're at so far. Just hit save. Really, really, really making great progress now. I'm actually hoping to be done by the end of this weekend coming. I think either Saturday or Sunday we'll do a good like 3 or 4 hour stream. And I think we'll have this pretty much nailed. I do have to do a scale bar and a compass rose. Thank you, GL. This is my monster map for the year. There was a building I missed. Oh, in fact, there's a tree I missed right here. There we go. I'm doing a splash of yellow on some of these trees, just to get a little variety. Where was that bloody building? It was a round building. There it is. There we go. I think we're on ground. I think we're doing ground. I'm gonna start methodically. We're gonna do this section and we're just gonna make our way north. Did I do Clockingham Palace? Yes, I did. There we go, right there. Yep, I think that's what we're gonna do. It's either that or we start there. I think we're gonna start right here. I think we're going to start with this sort of tannish colour, actually. My plan is I don't want this to be totally green. I actually want it to be a little bit more like this. A little bit of dry rock and such. A little bit of mud. Because there's a lot of people over here, right? So, slide it towards the greys on the mountains or the hills here. Slide it towards our mud type colours with a little bit of green in there. So we're probably going to do browns, tans, whites, greys for at least 4 or 5 layers. Then we're going to start layering in the green. That's my plan, man. Make sure I'm on the right layer. I am. I'm going to make the road like a demarcation point, but I'm going to do the other side of the road too, just a little bit. Now the stream, we are definitely going to colour them blue. I'm going to make this a tad larger actually. Oh, please, GL, this is what it's all about, my friend. You're doing your thing, I'm doing mine, we're just hanging. A little bit of music in the background. It's almost like, you know, we're just chilling together in the same room. Doing our own thing. It's kind of the whole point. I think, honestly, there's a lot of Twitch that's that way. You just do your thing and you're watching someone do theirs. When you get to a point where you feel confident sharing, please do let me know and we'll bring something up in the chat. I'm going to make the horse racing area a little greener, but I want to actually put that second, or I should say last. So let's stick with this for now. Okay, so let's come down a layer, and this is where I want to try and add some stone. Hey, Phantom Jen is here! Phantom Jen. Jack is in the house. Jen, active people in the chat, and you are definitely our #1 fan, is always welcome. I know you love Jack more than you love Cave Geek, and you love Cave Geek more than you love me, but these are very, very understandable decisions, and I stand behind them. Actually, I've got to try and get hold of that video of Cave Geek and I doing the Who's map. I got to post that thing because it was so much fun. And I actually want to do that more with him. I think that the tools that we're using are getting better. It'd be kind of fun actually to get a third guest in and rotate the guests around a little bit. It'd be kind of hilarious. Okay, I don't want to. I said I wasn't going to come up here in the north, and I'm up here in the north, so I'm going to come back down again. I'm going to chase myself back down here. Alright, layer 2. So I've reserved tan. I have reserved some grey. I'm going to darken things off a little bit, and I'm going to come back into maybe a little bit of a mud. No, it's insane, GL. It is absolutely insane what he does. I think people are very, very, very fascinated by his chosen tools, a medium, shall we say. It's absolutely fascinating. Definitely unique. Definitely unique. I mean, he might argue that because he knows a lot of very talented people that use very odd tools, but no, it's unique. We're gonna pick up the road in colour there. I know we've like painted over it a little bit, but when we get to the paths, we are gonna pick all of those out. This is actually going way quicker than I expected. Way quicker. It's actually not looking too bad. I haven't actually put a stroke of green on that yet. And that's already looking pretty damn good. I like it. And it does look drier, doesn't it? It looks a little bit more, I don't want to say industrialized, but like people are living here. I mean, I know people are living over here too, but they're kind of focused. I kind of like this. GL won a physical print of the Kobold-Con Island map. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they had an island map. Was it like some kind of giveaway they were doing? They were doing a few giveaways. What do I want to do? Grey? Grey. And Jen, Cave Geek and I, we just like fighting over your attention, girl. I mean, let's face it. Reaper, fight for your attention. Hey guys, glad you could make it. Is Jen here? I think this is why you and Jack get along so well. You're basically both desired by everyone. We all love you. think what I'm going to do there is I'm also going to slide towards a little bit of green. And if I feel like I need to soften off the grey, then I will. That's looking pretty good. I'll come in and do the edge of the coastline last. Ah, oh, so, okay, because I never watched that stream. So he ended up doing the North Style Island, and GL, you won it. That is freaking fantastic. Here's to you, my friend. That's awesome. Well done, sir. I think what I'm going to want to do, I'm going to stop right about here, and we are going to add some tan right up here. Let's reduce our brush size right here. There we go. We do need to come back through all of the hills. We need to get some shadows and things dropped in there. But this is our starter. I think we are going to do all of the ground, and then we're going to come back through those hills. Let's just drop down a layer. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fast. This is gonna be fast. Alright, right. You won something, my friend. That's awesome. That is seriously awesome. Oh, wrong color. Let's switch to you. So this is a racetrack that I'm colouring over right now. And some of the buildings near the racetrack, I kind of figured are like observation points. And I did them that way. I made sure that they all had balconies overlooking the racetrack. Or there are actually rows of seats and things like that. There's a grandstand, for example. There's like a bar. And I figured areas like that would have a little bit of a drier ground around them. So that's why I'm doing this tan. Plus, I want the racetrack itself to be fairly sort of worn and tannish. And the area around, just a little bit either side. And then I think, oh, there's an entire building I did not colour. Like those are rows of benches right there. And we will colour in the actual racetrack itself more properly, but this is just making sure the ground itself has this tone of, is it dry, is it fertile, is it something else? like either side of the stream, I'm going to make it actually a little bit more fertile on these hills, a little drier. Right, and I think we will bring this particular layer up onto the hill here. This is going to be our cut-off point, I think, the ridge. And then the ridge I'm actually going to slide towards a grey. Grey in the path. I think grey either side of the path. Let's keep that. Let's do that first. So it's got a drier feel to it. Then either side of the stream, we're definitely gonna slide towards fertile. Do that second. Alright, around the buildings, I want to be a little drier. So let's do them. I figured, you know, well-trodden feet and all the rest of it. Let's do the hill. I'm going to slide it towards fertile on this side as we get towards the farms. That's my plan. Little fertile now. Alazilla! Oh my word! Fun night last night, Ella, thank you. Jen, if you had a choice, like, you know, you could pick anything. In fact, all of you, what type of art would you put in your house? Cost, everything to one side. What's your style? My mum and dad were heavy into the Renaissance stuff too. Ironically, Jack and I actually don't have that much that's nerdy. Like, I have a couple of maps hanging up, not my work. But like, we often look at our own house and go, this we do not have enough decoration in this house that represents us, you know? It's weird. Let's slide this towards a light stone. There we go, that's better. Classic naval paintings. Yeah, we're terrible at decorating too. Like, I always can appreciate great decorators. Like, my mum and dad are like insanely good. They think of shit that I would never think of, you know? And I inherited none of it. Like, none of it. And I've been in houses where just everything about it, the colored schemes, the decoration, the furniture, the wall hangings, the lighting, everything just works. And it just looks so good. And I don't know how to achieve that at all. Oh shit. That seems kind of like really heavy. I am that person that if I was like ridiculously wealthy, I would pay someone. Just, and I've considered it too. Just like have them come in, interview Jack and I about our likes and dislikes, and just have them deal with it. I would do that. I would be that person. Yes, actually, I think we might actually finish the outside tonight. I know we still got to do the hills and everything. Well, we got to do the farms too. But we'll at least get the basic groundwork done. We're motoring on this thing. I think I would actually, I would slide our needle more nerdy, to be honest with you. We don't have enough of it going on. I think I would do more almost comic book art. Like originals. And I have some, but from like 2000 AD, you know? that type of thing. I actually have some signed prints, including from like Lauenstein and God, the guy that did the vampire coming out of that great super sexy woman. He did me an original piece, and I have them all just like sitting there, waiting to get framed. One thing we sorely lack in this household, though, in all truth, is wall space. We've really got very little wall space. We tend to cover it with bookshelves and things like that. Am I okay with this? Am I okay with this? I think I am. Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, we'll do the racetrack, we'll get the stream drawn on, I think that'll be okay. Alright, let's do the last little bit. You're looking after me, Jen. You're looking after me. So have you been on call? How does that work? I thought you were like just not working at all. A Dungeon Tomb is in the house. Hi, Dungeon. We love you, man. It's always great just to see you here, no matter how short. I will be streaming this weekend. Watch out for it. Hey, there's nothing wrong with geek statues, comics and thing. Nothing wrong with that. Could I have wine?
Red or white?
Red, please. Thank you so much. We've actually been talking about having a house extension. I want to add like 2 rooms, and they would become like dedicated to Jack's hobbies and dedicated to my hobbies. And if I did that, I would actually, honestly, I'm very tempted to paint a mural on one of the walls, because I've got this picture in mind of Caesar landing in Britain, and he's kind of doing this, and he's indicating out to some hills, and there's troops coming off, like the ships behind him, coming into Britain. I would actually, I think, paint a mural of that, because mine would be a hobby room, a painting room, a streaming room, and a war game room. That's what I would do. Alright, so Phantom Jane, today was your first day back. Reserve system. If needed, they'll give you 2 hours report. I was on call from 10 to 6. If they need you, they call you, you're going to work. Interesting. Interesting. The downside is you're on call, so it's not like you can hit the bottle or anything. You are literally on call, but yeah. That sounds pretty cool. So are they talking about like starting to lift some things? Are they anticipating more people traveling in the short term? What's going on? GL, for the next stream, take a pic. If you can, if you want to. No pressure. That'd be kind of awesome. That makes sense. That makes sense. Our largest client, day job, the big bank, they have actually told all of their staff to work remotely throughout the rest of the year. Which, okay. So we're likely, personally, going to be doing the same thing. GL, it's just posted a link. GL's pad. A, thank you for inviting us into your home. This is actually kind of cool, man. I love the gaming table. Right on. Dude, represent D&D. Look at this. This is how to do our basement. This is fantastic. Good lighting, bookshelves, love the sunken area right here, great art. That's fantastic. That's awesome. And plenty of Star Wars going on here too. That's epic. Dungeon 2, we will see. We will see. No promises. I have more work that I can possibly handle right now, and I've got 2 other projects to move on to. We have a project for Frog God Games and Necropolis. We have a project for Troll Lord Games. I don't know the name of that project, but we're going to be drawing little sort of settlements and stuff. We'll see if we can actually get some Keystone in there too. No promises. I know I've got to return to it, but when you got deadlines, you got deadlines. We'll see. It was a fantastic basement. Absolutely fantastic. See, that's the type of stuff, I can see that in my head. I can't realize it. I can't make it happen. And we have a room where we could do what you've done with the basement, but it's kind of our little media room right now. We've got like our twin TVs and shit down there. So it's like, okay, so which room becomes the actual gaming room? Well, that's exactly why we want to do an extension. We want a room like that. A permanent setup. Thank you for sharing that with us. Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm actually just taking some of the areas that have got a harsh line and I'm softening it up, but I'm adding a little bit of gravel back into the map. And I'm going to start picking out these hills just by adding, I'm going to almost call it like a highlight at the top, but it's really adding that little ridge of stone up there, and then by doing a little bit of a stroke further down, it's almost like I'm adding to the actual slope with no ink. Just gonna do that a little bit, and then I think what we might do is we're gonna come in, we're gonna have some shadows. I'm kind of feeling it. And then we're gonna come back through and we're gonna start working on these farms. Yeah, I think we'll work the farms. Now ultimately, all of our hills are going to be like this, more detail. So this is just the start of it. It's not gonna work. Come on, come on. There we are. Come on. Better. Would I want to display minis over art? Yeah, actually, yeah, I would. I know that categorically because all of my wargame miniatures are actually stored away because they take up so much space. Are we doing this? Is that what we're doing here? Is that a drop? And when I look at my wargaming miniatures, like I have some 15mm ones. It's the Romans and the Celts, and they only take up maybe because of 15mm so much space, and it's like thousands of them. And every time I open that cupboard and I look at them, I smile. Like I smile inside, you know. I walk over to miniatures that I'm painting, and I just pick them up, and They get my soul. And so I think miniatures appeal to me more because of that. Artwork, I like looking at artwork, but artwork has never made my soul happy. Like not to the same degree. Miniatures do that. There was a guy on one of the wargaming groups that I'm in, and he posted these display cabinets that he's got, floor to ceiling display cabinets, not unlike Reaper's display cabinets in their master room, and they were full of his armies and Napoleonic armies. Napoleonic armies give me goosebumps when I look at them. Seriously, give me goosebumps. I love looking at Napoleonic armies. And this guy had display cases just like that, just filled with them. All the rank and file, and it was so beautiful. I would do that. That's kind of one thing that I want to be able to do, you know, is have my own little sort of war room and have things like that just permanently on display, permanently out. Even if I don't use them for years, which is often the case, it's not about playing with them for me. It's about I own them. Maybe I painted a lot of them. They look gorgeous and I just like looking at them. Artwork never gets me like that. Dungeon Tomb back to Kickstarter the game. 201 miniatures for $65. Holy balls. Wow, that's a lot of miniatures. See, that's like the Reaper ones, right? They haven't even sort of done their, was it Bones 5? They haven't even shipped that thing yet. There's going to be so many freaking miniatures coming into this household when that happens. Well, that's already looking a little bit better, if I do say so myself. I think I'm okay with this. Did I do this one? There we go. I think that's what it must be, Allah. And then because I'm a little bit of a fan of military history, when I look at my wargaming miniatures, I get this third dimension of seeing men in formed units. And I swear, if I believed in reincarnation, I've definitely been a soldier at some point. Like in the Napoleonic Wars, maybe going further back. Definitely, I have too much of a connection to it. That's the only way I can describe it, you know? And seeing thousands of miniatures laid out, these units of men, it's just like, GL. Cool, man. Cool. To Allah's point, great sculpts, right? Great sculpts. I recognize a few of these. I'm gonna do a little virtual tour across around my miniatures at some point. I'm gonna share. I actually think I'm gonna do it now. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this thing. I'm gonna merge all of those color layers. Done. We are committed. That's our color. Alright. Color. Round. Cool. Nice display case. Nice display case. Nice way of doing it. Did you make that display case yourself? Alright, where's my shadows? Shadows. Let's get some shadow going on in here. Nice. Very nice. Do I want to do shadows that heavy? That feels heavy. Alright, I'm actually going to undo them, and I'm going to put a little bit of brush opacity, even though this is not my normal style. It looks good. Looks good, man. Am I still on? No, I'm on coloring ground now. Hold on a sec. Where's my shadows? High. Right, so let's see if this is better. Oh, there we go. All right. Hey, Miss J's here. Oh, yeah, Miss J. Let me zoom out for you, young lady. Yeah, there's still a little bit of work to do. Got to do all of the paths. I got to do all of the highlights and the shadows on the hills. I got to do the farms. I think I'm going to do the paths now because I love drawing paths, and it will, I think, help pick out some of the details that are getting lost in here. But yeah, we're close. I think we might finish the coloring on this map maybe this week. I'm gonna do the palace last, and I think that'll be a session on its own. But yeah, I think we are super close. Thank you, Dungeon. Laura's great to see you. I did re-enable all of the commands, but sometimes they stick, so apparently, what the hell? Command. Info. I did not enable info. That's on me. There it goes. Thank you, Miss J. Thank you very much. Alright, let's do the paths. Let's do the paths. Paths, and then we'll do some flags. Pick a soft yellow. Let's give it some... Oh, in fact, I'll have to do the opacity in a moment because I'm going to do you first. We are going to make you pretty wide there. And then we're going to drop the opacity down. Okay. There we go. I think I may be able to do it a little harsher. Let's do that. We are going to come back and we're going to do the farms. We're definitely going to do that. Let's make this a little smaller. might actually make these main roads be more white. Let's get the soft paths on there first. So, I think you are going to come down here like this, a little bit of a Switchback. Oh, I've got to remember to do that house. I've got to do that house. You know, maybe I should do that now because I keep forgetting about it. No, let's do the main road first. And I think I've got to put water in those steeple jumps right there. Okay. Right, GL? No, I hear you. I really do. It's like, to this day, I am honestly just amazed by the colouring myself. It just transforms the map. Now, this is honestly from someone who, up until a few years ago, preferred her black and white work. Like, I actually did not want to colour a lot of my stuff. But now, I actually insist upon it. How times have changed. It's like I don't want to do black and white work anymore. I mean, I know I've got to do black and white to get to this point. But yeah, the colouring adds so much. It transforms the map. It just transforms it. It makes it into something that's pretty cool. Into something that's just alive. I don't know how else to describe it. Just even adding these little paths and things, it adds so much personality. You start to see where people walk. Not like that, they don't. And that gives you a clue that, you know, someone lives there. It just becomes more real all of a sudden. Let's do the big roads. Let's do these guys. We're definitely going to come back over these with white. I've decided. I want to meld them into the city a little bit better. I think a little bit of dirt as we're leaving makes sense, but otherwise, like so. Alright, so... this area is Stephen McFarland. Recluse? This is good. This is good. Little bit more in this region right here. Okay, I think it's something like that. Let's get some white on. Let's get some white on this thing. I want to fade it into the road. Is it really 6:42 already? Wow, how long have I been going? I know I started earlier, so my intention is to actually end earlier, but I think at least we can finish our row too, right? So let's get a little bit of white in this. There we go. And here, same. I think we're gonna definitely do that flagstone too. Here, I want to make this a little bit sharper of a white. It's a bridge. Maybe we'll even paint the stream tonight. Jack, refill! Alright. Solid white there, I think. And fading out here. Let the muck bleed through a little bit. And then here, let's make our brush a tad larger. I didn't say it, she did. But it would be appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you, darling. Love of my life. Get this on, and I think we're gonna take a look at some flagstones where we don't have it. Oh, one more. There we go. The thing what that's gonna do is it's gonna leave us tomorrow with farms and hills. Farms and hills tomorrow. And then that's actually the outside done. Which means Thursday is palace? Okay. We could literally be done with this by Saturday. Like, easily. And if I don't have enough to fill a 3 or 4 hour stream on Saturday, and I might, because I gotta draw new compass rows. But if I don't, then we'll do some Keystone Reforged for the rest of the time. Lord's work indeed. He has not done a podcast yet, Jen, but I do know that it is something that is continually on his mind. I know that he wants to. I love that this square here. This square has to be maybe one of my favorite areas of the city. It's just incredible. This city has actually got a few things on it that I have never drawn before, and I kind of have a little bit of a soft spot for this particular map because of it. Alright, so we don't have flagstones here, so let's do some flagstones. Flag bear. Was I doing this one? I always get it wrong. And there's a good example of why I always get it wrong. I feel that's kind of dark. But then this is like obscured. It's like completely. Oh, that's all on the path. Oh, come on. Well, okay. I'll come up to the flag here. That's a little dark, isn't it? Let's actually make this a tad lighter. It's hard to get the balance in here. Well, let's try a little darker. Maybe as we're coming out into the city a little. You know, I'm actually going to try like a little bit more of a towards the brown, I think. Yeah, a little like that, just here and there, just do a little patch. This is okay. This is okay. Back to the path. Back to pure white. Let's hit it up with a little bit of the happy HB. And let's just do a little bit of blending of our colours. Further we get away from the city, little bit grungier the road gets. Okay, something like that. We are close. We are close. Now there are some touch-ups. I have not done the island yet. We have not done the gardens and the yards in this particular district yet. You can see very, very, very little painting going on there. And we have not done the palace. But I feel like we're going to have colouring done Thursday. Anything after that is just touch-up and love. We do have to do farms. Farms we'll do tomorrow. In the meantime, did I leave my stream on the ink layer? I did. By the way, look at this. With the ink turned off. It's kind of really surreal, but I actually kind of like it. I've got some roof details still on, but isn't that kind of fun? It's like this almost abstract city map. I kind of really dig this view too. Alright, so that's unfortunate. Should have left the stream separate. Okay, well, it is what it is. What it is, what it is. Let's do some blue. all over the stream and then do a layer effect. So where it hits the black, it actually does something. Yeah, I could. But let's just do this. Let's not overthink it. The stream is literally a pixel wide. Right, yeah, soft, gentle, watery colour. Yeah, watercolour. That's what it was reminding me of. Exactly. It's kind of weird and kind of neat at the same time. I actually want to come around the outside of the actually there's two things I want to do. I actually want to, this is going to be in the touch-up phase, I kind of want to hit the race course up, and I want to do all of the green bushes around the race course, and then I actually want to get some like extra detailing going on the racetrack itself. Right now it's a little bit too bland. But we'll do that in the touch-up phase. Okay, we've got a little bit of water there. A little bit of water here. Okay, those are waters. I think that's kind of what we're looking at. That is super, super, super close. I'm gonna hit save. That is super close. I want to make, I mean the racetrack does stick out, but I want more. I want more. Racetrack, farms, hills on the west side. That's our main focus for tomorrow night now. So normally I would stream from 6 to 7:30, about an hour and a half. I actually started closer to 5 and I've gone to 7. So 2 hours. Went a little bit longer but started earlier. I think I'm going to stop here because this is a good stopping point. And tomorrow I'm back. We're working on farms, we're working on hills. We're going to work that racetrack a little bit. I think after tomorrow we're not going to be able to do anything more with the outside land. And Thursday is here. Right there. It's going to be all Thursday. I don't know if it's going to take all Thursday, but I want to do some gardens. We're going to do individual flowers and shit in the gardens. We're going to go kind of nuts. And then that means Saturday, labels, touch-up, compass rose, scale bar. I don't even know where we're going to put a scale bar on this thing without it covering something up. But I think the top corner and the top left there. Top left and top right. No, we can't do top right because we'd cover that up. Top left, I think. This is a good spot without it really obliterating anything. Maybe down there. I'm not. Maybe bottom right. Alright, we'll find a corner. I feel like a compass rose in the water somewhere. I think we could probably put a compass rose. I don't know. I'm feeling maybe compass rose in the bottom left because it's not going to cover anything critical. and then I think the scale bar with it. I'm feeling, and then the title in the top left. I think that's how things are going to work on this map. Title. Title. I don't want to draw a title. We'll have to decide on that one. Near the island? Yeah. No, I think we could. I think we could have a scale bar, compass rose. Maybe in one of these places. I think we could, and it wouldn't look... If even on top of the island a little bit, like right here, I think that'd be fine. But the title, I feel, has got to be in the top left. But that's not going to cover anything. That's not going to cover anything critical right there. Apparently, I drew a ruined house. I forgot about that. But yeah, I think we could do a title in the top left, and I think it would be fine. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. I think that's where we're going to end the stream tomorrow night. Farms, hills. Let's do them. And if we get the farms and hills knocked out, racetrack. That's what we're going to do. And GL, thank you for your permission. That is, I'm going to get that inviting. I've actually saved the chat. I can now take that to Noble Dwarf and say, his fault. Until then, everyone, love you. Thanks for hanging out. I know colouring is a more boring part, but it makes the map pop so much. We got to do it. We're really, really close now. Really close. I think this has been, by the way, an 80-hour map to this point. It'll definitely be 80 hours by the time we're done. I think I said at the beginning of this map it was going to be about 80 hours. I'm getting better at my estimating, look at that. So until then, tomorrow night, we're going to hang out again. More colouring, more fun. Love you all. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow.